Editha.
Who brought these drugs? Who brought that good stuff? Who brought these drugs? Who brought the drugs? Hit him with the magic tune. Hit him with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head. Eyes rolling like a zombie do. Like a zombie. What kind of drugs is this? Zombies out of it. Drugs on their face, just a little taste. Blood drinkers, death illa. What the fuck is going on? These motherfuckers, they straight gone. Snapping necks, I'm cashing checks. Lovely ladies, know I'm it. Dancing over with the broomsticks. These motherfuckers passed out. Their fucking eyes roll back and they're out of it, baby. We're moving on through. 1, 2. Who brought these drugs? Who brought the drugs? Hit him with the magic tune. Hit him with the magic tune. Eyes rolling back of the head. Eyes rolling like a zombie do. Like a zombie.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. Oh, we're close, people. We're an hour early to our old slot, our old time slot. When we were in the kitchen. Oh, it's fantastic. Now we're sucking the internet off of the nearest spaceport. Let me tell you something. I have something for you today. I have something for you. Thank me for bringing you her image. Oh, God. Let me tell you something. We have something absolutely gorgeous tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, it's going to blow some minds. But before we get to it, people, I want to make sure that you understand that I have not forgotten the zombies. I have not forgotten the zombies. They were in the Acts of John. And why were they? Because John made zombies right on the spot. That dude was dead. He's not dead anymore. What did he say? Oh, God. Fantastic. Now, you know why they're calling John the Magus then, right? Just like they did the other apostles everywhere they went, right? Now you know you have in your hand the very word that's used to describe the first Christians, the very group that was raised by Jesus in the mystery, those blessed children. Do you know what I want to move to? I want to move to something more sexy. I want to do something more sexy today, with some history that you don't even know. And I'm going to give it to you because her name, I'm just going to give you a name, people. Let's just start with this. Atalanta, right? Not Atlanta. Atalanta. Do you understand me? Who is she? Joey, do you have some of the pictures of Atalanta? Please, people, I want you to know just a couple of things about this woman. She was raised by a bear, right? She was raised by a bear, suckled. Now you say, wait a minute, Tom, you're going to give me this scoop? There's bears nursing babies. There's wolves nursing babies. What kind of world is this? This is a world where if you do not want your child, once it's born, you can creep off into the woods and leave it. This is the way that you feed the wolves. This is the way that you feed. What happened to her? Sometimes, 1 in a million. Some kind of animal will nurse. And in this case, did. and she got discovered. Some hunters took her off and dedicated her. Who did they dedicate her to? They dedicated her to Artemis, the huntress. Did you know there is no hunter? Did you know? Why is it? Why is it that the hunting cult that penetrated the Black Sea down into Thrace and over into Greece, why the hell is it exclusively a woman? Let me tell you about Atalanta. We had to have her on the Argo when we went to get the Prime, when we went to pick up, to abduct the Prime, we had to have Atalanta with us. Do you realize she's the woman who fought with Medea side by side when Medea was just on the edge of marriageable? Right? Isn't it funny? That's how they refer to people's age, right? Right? Just on the edge of marriageable. Atalanta went with them. She was injured, wounded in combat, broke out. The Colchians ended up having a civil war. Oh, God. Rough times, people. You know what the immigration policy was around the Black Sea? I'm about to show you some sources. You want to know what the immigration policy was? If you try to immigrate, we're going to kill you. Can you believe that? Right? And not in a good way either. Right? This isn't like those Amazonian women do it. They're going to experiment on you. Oh, God. They're going to, is the internet bad again? If you want me to. Yeah. Hey, Chewy, tell me. Give me 1 second. I got to move the Falcon. Here. Close your door. No, leave it. Leave it on. Oh, goodness. There. He's going to kill himself. He's going to kill himself. No, I'm trying to get better internet, people. Look at this. Mobile world. Boom. Okay. Let's give that a go, shall we? Now, here's the deal. Atalanta was indeed. Oh, you see, he took that spot. That's the sweet spot, I'm telling you. People we fight for internet out here. Did you know what it's like to live in the bottom 10? I'm telling you, we fight for internet. The privilege to be able to speak to you tonight, right? While you're sitting there with your chicken. Oh, God, it's a chicken. Now, can you bring up the picture of Atalanta, please? Because I want people to see her. She is not a character of mythology. No, the vase. She is a real woman. And before the Iliad and the Odyssey are even known, there are epics of Medea. So this is the woman who fought with him. Now, nobody gets to marry Atalanta because look at that. Oh, God. Just here, stop. Pull back a little bit. I want to see that. People, let's appreciate this. There's the Greek up in the top right. Blow it up a little bit. Yeah. Just let's give us a call here. Give it to me, the controls. Okay, people, look at Atalanta. Oh, my goodness, right? She's got some stuff going. Look, they're giving her some things. Looks like some crowns. Look at her outfit, right? This is the huntress's outfit, right? Except for this thing. See the tiny skirt, you know? Doesn't really, you don't really need any restriction of your motion when you're a huntress, right? Look at the badonk on this gorgeous lady. My God. My God. Now there are descriptions of Atalanta, and there you got me doing Atalanta. And what I'd like for you to envision, is the reality of the late Bronze Age. Odysseus spends 90% of his time in the Odyssey crying on the beach, not playing volleyball on the beach, crying on the beach, because he's being trafficked. He's being held prisoner and used sexually by women. We're not going to start the hunt until Atalanta gets here. Do you understand? Do you know who's faster than her? People, I just want to tell you something. There's a contest in antiquity, right? She doesn't want to get married, right? And so she makes a deal. Whoever wants to marry her has to try to beat her in a foot race. The thing is, if they lose, they get wiped out, right? Imagine that if they did that with the Olympic teams, right? Good luck. If you get first, you live, right? Now, anybody who could beat her, she said, I'll couple with you, right? Oh, God. And, you know, people tried and died for that. Isn't that a gorgeous thing? How would you like that for your dating? You know, take your dating apps and stick them, baby, right? And remember, these are the people who have to kill in order to multiply. Are you getting a picture of Atalanta? Right now, she is working with Medea. We have a terrible situation with a boar, big one. It's ravaging. So what do? We call her in. Right? Do you understand? She's the one, not Theseus. Theseus is going to be there, but the trophy's given to her because everybody knows she's the one. Now, people, I want to ask you, how is it that you can sit there and have this resistance in your mind and say, this woman cannot be real? Everybody knows because we tan our testicles. Everybody knows. What is a woman? Right? The greatest question that they could come up with. Right? That's quite revealing, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. You don't think this woman is a possibility because of your conditioning by monism. Do you want to see some beauty? Can I see that badonk one more time on that dirty, dirty vase? Look at the badonk. Yes, that's gorgeous, right? They put her in a little bit of the pose there. Anyway, so what happened when there was a war, right? And she joined in with Medea. She was wounded. And how did she and her compadres who fought in the war, how did they get healed? They got healed by Medea. You mean this girl who's on the cusp of marriageable, which translates for us about 13 years, she is not only fighting in combat, but she is healing and creating the drugs that will be used to keep the people with the open wounds from dying? Yes. So not only are these women the most powerful, they are also the smartest. The most powerful and the smartest. Oh my God. Oh my God, give it to me. Give me the next, give me the first source here after this. People, I want you to take a look at this. I just want to read this together with you. This is a little bit of history because nobody ever believes me when I tell them what's going on. For this reason, yeah, what's happening? Oh God, it's like a psychedelic. Turn the thing over here. Fantastic. For this reason, and because of his own cruelty as well, Aeetes, Medea's daddy, ordained that strangers should be offered up in sacrifice in order that the report of the cruelty of the Colchi having been spread abroad to every part of the world, no stranger should have the courage to set foot on the land. put me in there. People, does this remind you of any other one? We're going to see some dragons in a second. Does this remind you of anybody else in history? Come on, satanic congregation. Who did this? Who did this in history in order to prevent incursion? Who did this? Were there banquets involved? Come on. One of you is going to figure it out, right? And then everybody else will suck it up in the congregation through some kind of network of mind that we have created. For instance, right here. Oh, he also threw a wall around the precinct and stationed there many guardians. These being men of the Tauric Chersonese. Right? Where is that? Ukraine, people. Fantastic. And it is because Russian occupied Ukraine. He also, and it is because of these guards that the Greeks invented monstrous myths. Right? There's some stories about these dragons, baby. For instance, the report was spread abroad that there were fire-breathing bulls round about the precinct, and that a sleepless dragon guarded the fleece. The identity of the names having led to the transfer from the men who were Taurians to the cattle because of their strength, and the cruelty shown in the murder of strangers having been made into the myth of the bulls breathing fire. And similarly, listen, people, I told you this, the name of the guardian who watched over the sacred precinct, this is of Mars, which was Drakon, right? Draco, has been transferred by the poets to the monstrous and fear-inspiring beast, that dragon. You can make me big. What did they call Vlad? What did they call Vlad? Called him Dracula, the son of the dragon. Yes. Isn't that nice? And why was there even an order of the dragon? People, I'm not just giving you ancient avenues of history, the muses. She's not just giving you different, she's giving you everything. Right? What is the tactic? The tactic is to prevent incursion into your land. And if you are mobile human beings on horseback, ladies whose hips have shifted because you've been sitting on a horse for so long, riding that horse and rubbing that horse and becoming one with that horse and killing anybody on that horse who stumbles into your territory. Now, Medea very famously had some problems, right? She didn't want to kill everybody, right? It was women and children that she didn't want to harm, right? Which totally makes sense, don't get me wrong, for the mentality. Not because women and children are somehow innocent or weak, but because men are valueless. You know what a man is good for? A man is good for replicating. Anything else? No. They're not better hunters. And guess what? They don't ride the horse any better than we do. Right? That's not we, me, but you know what I mean. Them. Oh, God. Is it the size? Is it the perfection of the stature? Is it the drugs that they're taking? It's all the hormones in them. Okay. These people have real contempt. They have real contempt for everything that you feel for a woman. Everything that monism has impressed upon you to look at a woman, right? Even if you're looking in the mirror at a woman. Everything that monism has impressed on you, they have the opposite. When they look in the mirror, the women bending over that stream see that gorgeousness and gorgeosity. Right? What are they? They are out. Oh, I'm going to give it to you. They are those who are autocratic. There are those who can rule themselves. Do you understand? These are independent. You talk about independent women. You don't know what an independent woman is. An independent woman is an advanced creation. An independent woman is what is produced by art, not a penis. A penis is a walking hose, a hose of seed. Right? They don't make better hunters. Do you understand me? What was Atalanta so good with that gave her the complete total advantage? It was her brain. The poisons that she used, she was known for her bow's accuracy. Right? She's one of these women that just nicks you, and the next thing you know, you're on the ground, frothing at the mouth. Right? You can't run up on her. You can't surprise her. She's strong. She's tall, really tall and strong. And she's got a face that looks, they put her on something, dude. They put her on something. She scares me in a way that I don't know. I don't understand. I feel a little tingly, and I don't know. Is it a good tingle? I think so. I'm not sure. I need to change my pants, that kind of thing. Right? Why? Because, Timmy, because Daddy walked through the dirt. Give me the next one, please. Boom. We're time for these. People, and I just want you to remember those guardians, right? Those are dudes. Those bulls, those fire-breathing bulls, right? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. It's scary stuff, and the only person that can get this Greek man through successfully without getting killed is this 13-year-old Medea, who has all the power in the world as a queen. It's absolutely oracular, people. I'm telling you, the oracles are performing between 10 and 20. They train them up to 10. They take those girls that were abandoned and they train them. They put them for the first 10 years of life. They are training. From 10 to 20, they are performing. Can you imagine a 10-year-old hunting with a bow? A 10-year-old girl hunting with a bow. That's scary. Right? Right? Oh, God. Oh, God. Pack of them take you down. You know what I mean? You don't even realize it. One of them will be wearing your scalp. Isn't that funny? Can you imagine a 10-year-old girl with your scalp walking around with it on her head? Look, right? Fantastic. I bet there's still some courage of these people and the people who live in that region now. I bet there is. Give me the next. There's still some spirit of her. Right? Let's blow this up. Medea, we are told, led the way for the Argonauts to the sacred precinct of Ares. Love it. Which was how many? 70 stades from the city, which was called Sybaris, and contained the palace of the rulers of the Colchi. And approaching the gates, which were kept closed at night, she addressed the guards in the Tauric speech. I want you to notice, people, that Medea is multilingual at 13. Right? This queen who is the savior of the world, the first Christ, the one that women like Atalanta want to serve. She's multilingual. God, just wait until you see how good her Greek is. Right? Oh my God. Oh my God, right? Who does not want to be around this woman? Now you know why an entire group of people that the Nazis were so interested in and obsessed with, the Aryans. That's a real tribe of people, right? I don't say tribe, a real ethnic group, right? those people, the Aryans, they said, look, we're going to change our identity. We're going to follow her, the Medea. Oh, God. So they call themselves Medes. They started calling themselves Medes. Give me that same. Let's make sure we finished all the. Yeah. And when the soldiers readily opened the gates to her as being the king's daughter, the Argonauts rushed in with drawn swords and killed many of the barbarians and drove the rest who were struck with terror by the unexpected happening out of the precinct. Right? And then they went to the fleece. Okay. Do you understand? Look at the very bottom line. I made a slide itself for this. Give me the next one. How is Medea? How is Medea helping these people, these Greeks? How is she helping these Greeks, these big men? You'd think they could just send in the seals. Can't they just send in the seals? Hoo-ah, and have a testicular party. Yeah, no, they can't. They can't. They knew before they left they needed her. Why? Let me show you why. Give me the next one. People, I told you she rules by the power of her brain. Right? Look at this. Think of the opposite of the modern day tyrants that we see. People like Putin and Trump and Netanyahu. Look at the tyrants and Kim. Right? Look at them. Look at she. Look at how they rule. Right? How do they rule? Not with their brains. Not with their brains. No. Right? There is a distinguished honor that is being engaged here by this 13-year-old girl that people recognize. Tyrants don't have this, people. Tyrants always die in infamy. Do you understand? World War II, generation, the greatest. What happened to them? They found honor. Blessed are the oath keepers. You remember those Protestants a while ago who used to be oath keepers, and they would meet in large stadia with thousands and thousands of people to keep their oaths. They are the very ones who put in power the people who break the oath. Monism is a disease upon your democracy. Do you understand? Oh, God. Where are we? Let's go back to her. Put up that line. How did she kill people? How did Medea kill people? Did Medea kill people? You know, somebody said something about what would Jesus do? Right? Right? He comes in and he slaughters as the morning star. Do you know why Jesus does that in the apocalypse? Hail Satan. It's because he knows what we now know. Medea slew with poisons. Medea slew with poisons. The tech that is driving Christing, monism, Judaism. Do you understand? The driving force of this right is the mind of this 13-year-old queen. You understand why we all want to be Medes? Woman is not what you think she is. There is a potential in the woman that transcends, that can be cultivated, trained, brought out. There is a place of freedom where the voice of the woman becomes the fatherless God. The fatherless God. This is the God that I give you tonight. Give me the next one. You know what? I think I'm gonna. Okay, I wanted to go to the fatherless section. People, really quick, let's just look at the last line of this passage, Mitran. right? This is talking about Persian customs and what they do. The Persians, right? What do the Persians do? They don't make a galmata or neus or bomus. It's against their customs to make images, to make temples, to make altars upon which they are burning the incense that drives our image making. You're about to see something that Medea does that's going to really surprise you, right? It's going to really surprise you. I want to just continue. What else does this passage say about the Persians, right? I just want you to see that they are performing thusia, right? This form of sacrificing that allows us to respect and honor specific divinities through the mind. Who are they worshiping this way? Helios, Selene, Gaia, fire, water, and wind. Do you remember I told you the earliest Saturnian divinities are those divinities? Medea's first hymns, the first hymns ever written, the oldest that we have. What are they written about? The winds. I want you to think about that for a minute. That was the production of the mind of an elevated woman. Fantastic. Go back to that. Let me see that one more time. People, look at the bottom. Look at the very last line. They came to worship, it says, Aphrodite, but they called her different things. And the Arabians call her Alilat, right? And the Persians, the Assyrians call her Mulita, right? Mulita. What do the Persians call her? Listen to me. The Persians call her Mitra. The Persians call her Mitra. Do you want to know who Medea was? She was the combination of Aphrodite and Diana with the spirit of Hecate. She was a priestess of Hecate, right? Priestess of Diana, right? And where do you think her magic held its most powerful sway? Yeah, with Aphrodite. And you say, you can't do that? You can't do that? You can't combine the virgin with Aphrodite? Really? You know what you are? You're a product of your shitty times and your monist mind. This is the one we follow. This is the poison pourer. This is Medea. We have a history. We have a history. Our earliest, people can complain about it and say Herodotus was no good. But before the Bible is ever written, by a considerable amount of time, we have this gorgeous and glorious history that opens with the abduction of the Medea. People, I'm telling you, epics, entire epics about her before there's any Odyssey. When you go and see the Odyssey, do you know what you're going to see? You're going to see the Odyssey of your monism, and it will be a farce. It will be a farce. If they don't show Odysseus crying and getting his pee-pee whacked by someone who's drugging him, and he's crying, let me go, let me go. And his flag is ready to go. Why? Because she's poisoning him all the time. She's drugging him. He's a vessel that she's using. Ladies, this is what you were supposed to do with the men. They were to be managed. Oh, God. Do you see what monism does? Monism fights that because monism hates Mitra. Do you know who Mitra is now? People say, oh, they worship Mithras. Yeah, yeah. They did worship her. Let's keep going. Oh God, it's gorgeous, right? People, let's go. Let's go in the time machine. Let's go in the time machine. Yep, next one. Next one. Should we cue us up? I've only got a couple tonight, people, that I'm gonna be sharing with you, and I think they're in the right order. Let's try that one. Okay, yeah, here we go. People, I just want you to see this is Medea now in action. In action. Go ahead and blow it up. Yeah, good, perfect. They say that she made this eidolon, this empty eidolon image of Artemis, and that she packed it full of drugs of the most potent nature. And then she Christed, look at the yellow line. She Christed her hair with the powers of these drugs to make it gray. And her face, she withered into wrinkles along with her body, so that when people saw her, they would think that she was completely an elder. Do you hear? Do you hear the anthropology? Isn't that gorgeous? Right? They're going to think she's an elder. This is fantastic. Nice job with your drugs, Medea. Seriously? Listen to the ladies. You think that you control your bodies? It's a joke, right? This is total control of her body. Oh, God, it's so sexy, too. Right? I want somebody to shoot me with an arrow. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get back to it. Right? So they would think she was this elder. And so she picked up her teleotion. Now, look, people, the teleotion, that's using the root for the initiation. It's the same word that's used for the place where you go in order to be able to talk to God. This is what the later Judaism will absorb as its own practice. Fantastic. She picks it up and she goes off with a crowd following her, and she appeals to their Daemonian. Wait, what? This is a Greek concept, people. It's going to be very hard for me to convey this to you. You see the root for daimon, okay? Power, demon. This is your connection with the demons around you. This is not a concept that you and I have. Okay, this is awfully translated. Most of the time is like superstitious, right? It's terrible. So what does she do? She takes this crowd into the city and enters into entheadzeuses dautes. She enters into a state of entheatic behavior. You don't even know what that is. Take it down. Take it down. Let me explain this to the people before Medea starts doing the gospel, preaching the gospel, because that's what it says she does. All right. What is she doing? She is entering into a state where the goddess is inside of her. Okay. Physics. All right. Drugs, the mind-body connection, the brain. And being able to draw down the God. She is taking the God who is a lady. We're not, do you think that we're going to worship a dude? Do you think we're going to suck in a dude into our chest that's divine? No. They're going to make us do that for Apollo. But right now, before they capture us, we're going to do it to her. She's the one who's going to enter us. This doesn't happen with men. This doesn't happen with men. You can't do it, men. Okay. You thought a lot because of your monism. You thought a lot of stupidity. What is a woman? A woman is a amplification of nature from the standard to the exceptional. Oh, God. That's their definition. That's their definition, right? But remember, the literary world is emerging through women, right? Language is emerging through women. Do you know what men are good for? Again, people, not much. Right? Right? And because you know what happens when any Amazonian can tell you, you know what happens when you let a man into a position of rulership. Right? What do you get? You get what can only be described as mediocrity and strong arm stupidity. That's a perfect characterization of this administration. Mediocrity and the exercise of stupidity with oath breaking. Right? Look what the gadfly has to do, people. I'm training you, a satanic congregation, to stand up for the Virgin, right? For liberty, for the Constitution. Those of you who are 60% from the US, honor the Constitution, man. God, right? It was people who built it on this stuff, not on Christianity. It was never built on Christianity. Never. Don't let them lie to you. They wouldn't be befouling the Constitution or the Capitol building if they worshiped her. They don't worship her. They worship a dude who has a terrible history, a terrible, terrible quantum history of crime against humanity, the authority, the origin of genocide. Yeah, look at the history, people. Who has not studied genocide? Has nobody studied genocide? People in Satanic Congregation, I know a lot of you are college students, dude. Right? How about the history of genocide from antiquity to modernity to today? How about that for a course? People say, oh, you don't want those people going to universities and getting educated. Yeah, because it teaches you something about what's right and what's wrong. You've got no history. You've got no morality. Isn't that a funny way to look at the world? That's how the Greeks, the people who are speaking the Greek language, that's how they look at the world. Your morality is not there because you don't have the history. If you had the history, you would be a moral people. Isn't that great? It's a reliance upon your ancestors. It's a connectedness. It's not I'm going to go to heaven. I don't care. You MFers can all die. I've got my money and my big house and I'm going to heaven. Do you hear the lawlessness? This is your generation. People, I'm getting personal and in your face because the watchers are watching. This is registering. The guilt is spreading. And 100 years from now, we're all going to be maggots. Maggots who destroyed our own Constitution. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Brilliantly done. Let's go to our next one, right? No, put that one up. Here we go. Okay, so what does she do now? What does she do? She takes everybody, goes around with everybody, and while she's doing it, she's giving them the gospel, right? Parangelen pasi to everyone. She's telling them to receive the God with piety, that the God has come from the Hyperboreans as a good daimon. Now, you don't understand, and I don't understand what a good daimon is because we don't walk around talking like that. We don't have a perception of the invisible. Do you understand? We aren't elevated women. So guess what? We're stuck at our level, ladies. Stuck at the level of the men. Nice job. Right? Who was it? Who'd they let in that was like, oh, I don't know, maybe we can trust the men? Who was it? Because the shit went downhill. Tan your testicles, you morons. What's a woman? You think you're so smart. Your wife, every time she makes love to you, you idiot, is disgusted. That's why you don't get the water of life in your big truck, you bonehead. Right? How do I know that? Because I am a thief of the water of life. I can tell you one thing about Ammon that I don't talk about a lot. I am a thief of the water of life. I have been in those bedrooms and jumped out those windows. I know what it takes. Oh, God. Right? They'll sit around and try to figure that out. You know, you can talk above the man's head. It's funny. It's funny. Okay. Don't laugh or it'll catch me, right? They'll do the same thing. It's vampire power, people. You got to love it. So she tells him, you're going to be subject to the power. And this deity is a good deity, right? So the people, they honor the God. They embrace the God, right? Do you hear the mystery being performed? That eidolon that she's carrying around is smoking. And remember, it says she put the heaviest drugs in there. What'd you think? She was just going to walk around with it and not use it? She fumigated everybody. And by the way, this is the woman who invented fumigation. She is 13 and she invents fumigation. Think about it. I don't know, maybe this requires the brilliance of a 13-year-old or something. Whatever biochemical state their brain is in, right? Boom, with the female connections of, I don't know, both hemispheres or whatever they do, whatever magic that is. Somehow she gets a group of people together and everybody's fun. They love it, man. Why? Because she's getting them baked. She is stoning these people with drugs that are serious and causing them to see the invisible. It's going to show how she does that. Imagine this, people. 13-year-old girl, right? And the entire native population around her makes her their queen, and they call themselves Medes. Medes, because of her. Oh, God. There's a big statue of her in Georgia, right? Top of a building. It's absolutely gorgeous, right? It's gleaming. It's gleaming like the sun because she is the granddaughter of the sun. It's fantastic. My God, I think she got to me, right? I think she got to me. Did anybody see her walking around? Where's that girl? Did that girl just walk in? Look, here she comes again. Oh, God. And now I'm seeing the great goddess. And, you know, oh, God, it's absolutely gorgeous, people. There's epics about her doing this stuff. Give me the next one. Next one. We've finished that one. Just a couple more, people. I want you to see the gorgeousness of the stuff that she's doing. Blow that up for me, Chuck. I need to look at you. Thank you very much. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. I want you to look down. I want you to look down here. I want you to look down. I just want you to look at line 4, and I want you to notice the name Artemis. You see there in the line under the first line that's on line 4, right? I want you to see Artemis. How is Artemis conveyed? She is conveyed or revealed by Medea as the one who transits the air on the dragons. The one who transits the air on the dragons. Look at the yellow line. Do you see the Ionian, the word Ionian there? I want you to remember, just like Jesus, the Christed one, as Medea, the Christed one, just as he is bringing you the ion, what is called ionic life, the focus of Medea's mysterion is the ion. If you don't understand that now, there's a whole bunch of old shows you can watch, right? This is not eternal. This is not eternal. Okay. I want you to see the power. Go ahead and take it down. The power of the imagery. The eidolon is what we are doing. So, Medea is using drugs to control minds. There are a group of women whose father is a ruler. And Medea convinces those women to chop up their father into pieces. How does she do that? With drugs to create the phantasm, the image. Do you know we saw them dead and now we see them alive? Do you understand the power that the drugs do, that they enable you to possess? To see the invisible is significant. And only a Christ can do this. Do you understand? When Jesus doesn't make a great one, right? Because he goes into it with hesitation. Medea is entering the state of the Christ and causing other people to become entheatic, to become possessed by the goddess. Do you understand? When Jesus walks around talking about my Father, he is correcting the mystery. He is changing the flow away from the female divinity around which it was created, it was designed. It is a woman designing the Christing rites. It is a man who tries to correct it and ends up in the process getting arrested in a public park with a naked kid at 4 a.m. pre-sunrise, performing the mystery with a naked boy. And they crucify him for it. Medea didn't do that. She was the poetess who created it. Your monisms, adopted, coerced, changed, corrupted the mystery. It was meant to be something from nature. That nature was imprisoned and the mystery was transferred to a trafficker of children. Welcome to the man's world. Fantastic. Give me the next one. Okay. Boom. Yep. Go to the next one. And people, look at what's in our orange here, because this is what she produces. She produces through her pharmacone. Look above on the line that starts number 6. Do you see that? What does it say that she does? Medea produces, it says, the eidola, the images, diatinon pharmakon, from specific drugs. Isn't this great? Isn't this great? From specific drugs. Now, some people will say, hey, don't they do that kind of thing down in Colombia, Venezuela? Don't they blow that powder in somebody's face and essentially turn them into a very malleable zombie? Yes, they do. Well, imagine if you had crafted it, if you created compounds, designer tailored compounds, so that you could control and create vision Forced vision. People, think about it. Forced vision. When you think of the mystery, what do you think of? Forced vision. When you think of the rock and roll, what do you think of? Forced vision. Right? Open my eyes that I may be born again. Right? Oh, God. I advise you. You know what my name is? My name's Yahoo, and I advise you to get a drug and Christ your eyes with it so that you can see. None of you are going to do it. You're not Christians. You're not Christians. I have your religion. It's sitting on my lap. It's sitting on my lap. I love taking your religions to my basement. I love doing it. I absolutely love doing it. It's, I don't know, it gets me to a place. Oh, God. All right, stop, focus. Look at the text, people. What does she do? She makes the fantasies of the dragons. Do you see what she is able to do with her drugs? She is able to show you what is behind everything. And she did to these women who killed their own father, chopped him into pieces. Do you know where she is queen of? I told you she was a huntress, right? And I told you that she was the famously called the poison pourer, the one who pours poison, right, from those arrows, pouring the poison. This girl took herself and elevated. The first Christ elevated herself. And let me tell you something. There's no man who did this. She's the one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Fantastic. Give me the next one. Go ahead. Give me the next one. Boom. People, there's so much in these texts, right? I just want you to see the action of Medea's hand. Look at this verb in Greek, right? Phantazo. To make something visible, to present something to the eye or to the mind, right? And why is that? Because they're not distinguishing the two. They're joining the two in that cyclopean vision, right? This is all part of seeing the invisible, people. I'm telling you, it gets so complicated and I get so lost, right? But I try. I bring you guys the goodies, don't I? Right? Look at the bottom. Number 3, to make oneself like something, like someone, to take their form. Do you feel like you are in the world of the Bacchants yet? Because Medea is the one who created the Maenads. And these are their blueprints. These are their imaginations, right? Oh, God, people, listen to the echo. To become visible, to be heard, to become visible. Are you visible? Is the strictly to their rules, people? Give me the next one. I'm sticking to their rules. As you as a woman, have you ever been invisible? Are you still invisible? Right? Did you know the first to make herself visible did it on her own? It's some kind of internal capacity, people. It's some kind of internal capacity, and it always has to do with the proper balance of drugs. Right? What is she drawing? She's drawing an image, an eidolon. Look at the bottom line, eidolon. She's drawing an image. In this case, it's the image of the ram or the lamb from the cauldron, right, where she performs her surgeries. Right? You know, Medea. Do you know I've seen Medea do a blood transfusion? A blood transfusion. How the hell? How the hell? With the right plants and everything? It's crazy. Just knock out. What are you doing to the immune system by doing that stuff? Right? My God, man. Right? Where is the education in antiquity? Wherever it is, she got it. She is it. Genius. Now you know why they wrote epics about her. Next. Yep, that's fine. Give me the next one. Boom. Fantastic. Now, people, I want to take you to the goddess who stands behind the Medea. Right? This is the goddess who stands behind her. Ophusi, nature, the All Mother. Right? Urania. She who is presbera, most seniority. She has the greatest seniority, right? She is the Anasa or Wanasa, that great queen who is the all dominator. Look at the third line, the Adamaste. Can you highlight that? Probably not. No, oh, nice. Look at that. The Adamaste. Does everybody see that? Do you know when God brought Adam, they were drawing from this word, right? What is the Adam? Did you know the Adam was a woman before the Adam was a man? The Adamas. Do you understand? Right? She is that one that cannot be ruled. She is that one who cannot be governed. She cannot be overcome. She is the pilot, people. Look at this. She is the pilot, the one who shines. Now look at this. You know Yahoo? Guess where Yahoo got his title from? This word right here, pantocratera. Right? Right? And they create a Hebrew word for this. Doesn't exist. None of it exists. There's no literature. There's nothing. They create a concept for it, and then King James translates it, and you sit there in church, Almighty. Guess where they took that from? They took that from this goddess who dwelled in Medea, the leader of her people. Oh God. What else is there here? All right, what else is there here? I want to point out a couple of really big ones, people. I want to this one particularly right here. The cosmetera. This is a difficult concept for you to understand, maybe it's native to women. This is the organizer of the universe. This is the one who puts into proper order. Does that make sense? What is she ordering? She's ordering the frickin' everything. Do you understand? Who puts the powers that be in the positions that they're in? Who do you think does this? It's her. She is both Ateles, Medea, who is infilled with the divinity of Urania. She is Ateles and Teleote. She is uninitiated and she is complete. Yeah. Uninitiated and complete. Do you understand who Medea was? She was uninitiated yet complete. Right? She achieved it herself. She was the one who was without the fellowship. Do you understand? Common to everyone, but without that fellowship. Isn't that gorgeous? She is the prime. I told you, people, she's the foundress of the right. She's the one who broke through. The potentiation of the living woman. My God. My God. What if that was the whole purpose, right? And we got sidetracked. And now we're in a shitty mess on the verge of total annihilation, people. Armageddon. Fire from Uranus. Why? This is the time for us to determine why. And the fracture in the timeline that caused this was the monism, the introduction of a monist virus that changed your perception of reality. I am here to show you the real. Do you understand? It's why we always have to be on the mark, on the bullseye, right? Is that a bunny rabbit? There's a bunny rabbit. It's just sitting there. Do you understand? Don't let the bunny rabbits fool you. Right? Stop it. Don't be inappropriate, right? Those bunny rabbits. Timmy, do you know why bunny rabbits are the symbol? Oh, God. Fecundity, Timmy. What is that? God damn it. I hit my book. It's not as fun in the car. Maybe if I run around, should I get out of the Falcon and run around with the whip? No, I shouldn't, because people will come, right? People will come. It's very bad. Who's the man with the whip in the parking lot? If I stay in the Falcon, I'm good. Give it to me. Oh, I know. It's cute. Don't you love bunny rabbits? Give me the next one. Let's see. No, I need a couple more of these. Oh, look at these. Oh, people, I almost missed the really good stuff. Look at this. In the middle here, autopator and apator. Self-father. All right. Who is the father of Urania, who indwells Medea? Right? She is. Ladies, I want you to consider this for a minute. I want you to consider this. The concept that you can be without a father and be your own. And be your own. Isn't that magic? That's magic, because a dude can't do that, right? That's splitting. That's communicating across those different genders. That's fantastic. I love that. I love that. It's gorgeous. Okay, give me the next one. Same thing, and I want to give a couple more. There's a couple more. She's a leader. Yeah. Oh, she's beloved too. Oh, and she's sexy, right? Everybody, just look at the sexiness. Here you go. Here you go. She is wanted, baby. She is wanted. Is it nice to feel sexy? Is it nice to be wanted? To be desired? It has something to do with divinity and art, right? Somehow is able to put herself in the position of the poem itself, to be desired. Absolutely. Sorry, people. Okay. Focus out. Bring me the next one. I want to show you the autocrat, baby. I want to show you the autocrat, because this lady rules herself. And if you as a man are uncomfortable with a woman ruling herself, it's probably because you have been infected with a monist virus now, whether you cover up women in burqas or whether you make them walk 10 feet behind you, if you're Orthodox, or whether you just consider them unclean as a general misogynist created by a monist virus, right? It's going to be difficult for you to embrace some of these conceptions, right? Look at the second line. Here's one you're gonna have a hard time with. Testicular tanning men. Are you ready? Look, they think they're so manly. They're so unmanly by it. You know what I mean? Autarkia. What is she on line 2? Right? She is self-ruled. Self-ruled. So a potentiated, perfect woman rules herself. Rules herself. I like that. I think it's something you could apply to men and say, we ought to be like the women and be, like, be in command of ourselves. You know what I mean? I think it's nice. What else does it call her? It calls her DK, calls her justice. It calls her Etheria. Etheria. What the? Do you know how beautiful that is? She's Etheria. She's Chthoniya. She's Enalia. And she is the Medeusa who rules over that which is ethereal, earthly, and of the seas with their waves, not necessarily the water people. Okay? She is all wise. Pansophos, right? Pandotera, the all giver. Do you know where you get everything from? Gents, have you been to your wife tonight? Let me just ask you this. I'm going to take a look at a couple more of these, but gents, bring me back up. If you prostrate yourself at the feet of your wife or your girlfriend tonight, you get on one knee in front of her, are you going to be able to recognize these beauties? Are you going to be able to recognize in her the autocracy? Right? Or are you going to fight? And are you going to try to submit her? Are you going to try to attack that gorgeous melding of Diana and Venus? Are you going to try to fight that, or are you going to worship her? Did you know that you could bring something out? And I would venture to guess that there are not many people here. Satanic congregation, be honest with me. Be honest with me and tell me, do you worship your girlfriend or your wife for her divine potential? Do you recognize that divinity of she who is uninitiated yet complete? Yeah. Could you write an epic about your girlfriend? When you are in the midst of your eros, your passion, is it her divinity that draws you? Is it her divinity that can create the water of life? Is it that possesses you? Yeah. Yeah. If it is, and congratulations, brother, you recognize what is beautiful. And it's my honor and privilege to be in your company. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. Hey, Carlos. I met Carlos. I did. I met him in New York. It's good to see you, Carlos. Fantastic. Say hello to the missus. Right? Oh, God. Love it. I wish I could have a beer or something with you guys, Fantastic. Satanic congregation, privilege to meet some of you that I've had. It has been fantastic. It's been absolutely fantastic. Of every person, right? People are like, you're going to meet people who follow you or something like that. And I was like, oh, no, I don't want to think of it that way. If the congregation is out there, I'd love to meet them. And it's like you're real people to me, right? You're not followers, right? Carlos isn't a follower. He's just a great guy. Dude, he's just a great guy. Right? All the people I met from the congregation in New York. They're great people, right? I'm sure we get on each other's nerves if they put us in a small room together for long enough time. We'd probably eat each other eventually, but good people. Satanic congregation. I just want you to recognize that. I don't ever get to do one-on-ones with you. You know what I mean? And like look in your face and say, hi, how are you? Right? It's a weakness. Maybe we should get a way for us to do that. It'd be nice to have people call in, wouldn't it? And to be able to join us and stuff like that. Well, that would be fun, wouldn't it, Chewy? They're good people too. Okay, look, Chewy and I are going to work out a way to do this because I want to have congregation meetings. I want to meet you people in congregation. Do you understand? And invite you up, and take a look. Look at it, right? Fantastic. It's going to be lovely. Was that the last? Give me the last. Yeah. By the way, people, wait. I just want to. This is kind of. I want to focus on these words. Hopefully, Nemesis will hear me here that I'm not trying to be boastful, but I'm trying to tell you people, look, I've told you, ionic life is not eternal life. Those are two totally different expressions. Do you want to see the expression for eternal life that's not in the New Testament? It's right here on the third line down. Idios Zoe. Idios Zoe. That's eternal life. Right? Idios. Right? Yes. Idios Zoe. Eternal Zoe. That is not the ionic life that you find in John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. No, it doesn't say that. It says ionic life. The drugs were opening their eyes to the invisible reality. That is true Christianity. C.S. Lewis is in hell with a dildo in his backside. Do you understand? And every devil that walks by gets to pull and push. One time, though. It's a game, right? I don't know. That's what they do, man. It's boring sometimes, right? What do? You got C.S. Lewis sitting there, right? He's bent over, shackled. Give him an in and out, right? Why? Why would you do that to poor C.S. Lewis? Because he corrupted. He used the virus to corrupt the Greek. And for that, he gets it in the end. People, this is not a joke. This is about her and her beauty. And we're here to be dragons. Oh my God. Did you find it? Fantastic. Is that it? I think we're done. Let's go to the next. I think that's it. I wanted to end with her. No, I think we got them all. Okay, do that one then. People, here's the hymn to Aphrodite. I just want you to see here on the third from bottom line, Krufia. One of her titles, people, Krufia. It's in bold. Krufia. She is the hidden mystery. She is the hidden mystery. Do you know why Dionysus always leads you to Aphrodite? Right? Come to Athens, people, and find out. Come to Athens of the 5th century and find out. Fantastic. She is that mystery. Give me the next one, and it'll show us. I believe I put was I wise enough to put the definition? Yeah, let's see if I put the right one. Here it is, Krufios, right? And what is this? It is that which is hidden or concealed, right? Right? And go down. Oh, whoops. Go down to the next line, right? Secret, clandestine, right? Look at number 3, cult. Okay. I see how we're going. A cult, something that's a cult, right? Look at number 6. Krufios is a title of a grade of initiates in the mysteries of Mitra. She is Krufia. Welcome to the reality, people. She is God, and she is gorgeous. Finally, we're done. Give me the last one. Boom. Right, I had one more. Fantastic. Chewy. Nice job tonight. No, that was a different one. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. No, yeah, this is important. People. And how does she work? How does this goddess work? Now, you can deny this. You can walk around and say, this is completely not a part of my life. And the more that you do, the more it will be. This is the erotomania. The erotic mania brought to you by the drugs, the Filtron. Do you know what is poured out? It's that which brings you to her. The universe is her right. Welcome. And hail Satan. Joey, I caught you. She was looking out the window like, huh?
Roll around like a zombie do. Eyes roll in the back of their head. Eating the dead. Blood drinkers. Snow blind again. On the microphone, 1-2. Orphic harmony on the harp. It's Donnie Darko. Milking these motherfucking bricks out. Teddy Bass putting in more work. With politicians pulling your skirts. Just dance a little bit. Rugga wugga, 2 shoes at the party. Dressed to kill. These motherfucking drugs got him ill, baby. I'm Medea's dead switch with the prick.
Who brought these drugs?